Alright guys, we're back for another week. Episode 3 of the Winfield Cup 9, Panasonic Cup 2 review. And we've got to go through a few things today. Basically, we'll start with the league rank, and we're doing okay. 1,443 of just almost, it's getting close to 13,000 now. So it's pretty good, but I really want to get in that 1,000, top 1,000 mark there. 940 is our league average. And Riddler All-Stars, I'm looking at you. The ball and chain down there, dragging us down at 827. And I'll tell you what, Cowpers isn't too far behind there. Cowpers rules okay. You got 880, so yep, you've got your reasons. Hard luck stories, but you've got to really bring those scores up. Head to head, few wins here. We'll go through them. Round 4, and then we got Wingy Poms defeating Riddler All Stars 961 to 827. Menor Mavericks 1025 defeated Laney's Lunatics 889. Peptides 968 defeating Sloppy Dogs 945. Sleeve and Doves 1037 defeating Men of Steel 1019. Sharkies are back, defeated by Barbara Schnoz 1061 to 1111. Tuca Salamanca defeated by Harden the Fuck Up 991 to 994 in a real tight one. Tightest game of the week, 3 points separating. Cowboys Rules OK defeated by Blindsided 880 to 1206. An absolute slash there. The Gazelle 958 defeated by We Finally Won 1192. Jibang Dragons defeated by NFI 956 to 1109. And Silverwater Raiders defeating the Pelicans 1092 to 1045. Overnight, I wasn't sure. It was between me and Silverwater Raiders. It was a draw at one stage. Then I was leading, and then in the morning, Silverwater Raiders comes out on top there. I was a bit dirty. Cam Smith was the main culprit. But anyway, well done to everyone there. And you'll see, click on the page then, you'll see that I'll just go through the top 8. Blindsided, we finally won one. NFI, Menor Mavericks, Whinging Pom, Barber Schnoz, Silverwater Raiders and Peptides are in the 8 at the moment. And you can go through the rest there. We go over to the draft, and some tight games in the draft also. It's a tight comp. I think this year it will be a tight comp in draft comp with the 10 teams, and also some waiver trades all over the place last week. So we'll move into this one, and the Pelicans defeating Sloppy Dogs 718 to 703. G-Bang Dragons 917 to the Gazelles 608. Fluffy Nuffies defeated Cowboys Rules OK 820 to 624. Laney's defeated by Men of Steel 715 to 791. Harden the Fuck Up defeating NFI 771 to 562. NFI's a pretty low score there, mate, in the 500s. Must have been some pretty heavy injuries. Men of Steel was leading the comp on superior points difference on 6 points, followed by Jibang Dragons and the Pelicans also on 6. Harden the Fuck Up, Sloppy Dogs and Cowboys Rules OK all on 4. Oh, as well as Fluffy Nuffies, my fault. Laney's, the Gazelle and NFI on 2. So everyone's off the mark, and there's only 3 wins, with a win each separating each other there. So it's a tight comp. Okay, a couple of players that bombed this week, and Smith wasn't. First time I put him as captain this week, and he just didn't come up with the goods. I would have had Corey Norman otherwise. He didn't do any good either, so I was pretty strapped for captaincies. Paul Vaughan, mate, he's going gangbusters at the moment. Scoring tries, hit-ups. He's setting the world on fire at the moment. The other forward who isn't is Jesse Bromwich, really struggling. I think maybe injury and I don't know, the work rate wasn't there for him. Cohen Hess, if you didn't have him in early in the season, look, Sangster and that were bagging Cohen Hess early on, maybe because of Matt Scott and Tamalolo with injury and suspension has got him ahead. But I thought he was a real good cheapie there and would be good for the Origin games. But he's come out to be almost a keeper there. Real good game on the weekend. Depends how they play him with Tamalolo coming back, but great start. Cameron McGuinness, here's the other one. Good hooker. Him and Smith haven't got the bite. They got the buys at the same time. So I really wanted him in my team, but I think I've gone off in now seeing the buy schedule. But Bradley's doing a good job back there. So a few decent scores there. Let me know who you thought bombed and who you thought put the fireworks on this week. We got basically one new, how can I put this? We've got a new segment here on the review, and it's called Tuko's Bold Statement of the Week. Yes, Tuko, for the ones who were sledging me last week on how to pronounce Tuko. So I'm doing it correctly for you guys. So it's his big bold statement of the week. And this will be a laugh. It really will be. So Michael McGovern, here it is, and he's titled it 3 tons and a 20. Right, so that's the heading, 3 tons and a 20. Cordner, Cleary and Teddy all making a ton this weekend, and Cody Walker to score 20 points or less. So that's his bold statement of the week. Okay, we'll be hearing a lot more in the coming weeks from Turco Salamanca, but he put some out there with Raj the other week. I thought, why not put him in as a segment? So that's our first segment for the review is Turco's bold statement of the week. Well done, mate. Good. We'll see how that works out for you. Can't see Teddy doing that to the Dragons, though. I think they'll roll the lazy Tigers forwards. If you saw that last week, God, they were awful in the middle, come the second half. But okay, so we'll go on to a few comments. We'll roll through. Looks like Blindside, and we finally won one. Had a rush of blood on their big scores, and they've printed them out on the Winfield Cup 9 webpage. Facebook page. Good, well done, boys. I mean, yeah, take the win when it happens. Long season ahead, but that up Cronulla can just get deleted as well. Let's see. I'll look into that. I didn't like that at all. Basically, perfect date. Only got one last week. That was Paul Vaughan. The rest I just didn't go my way. A couple of yous up there. Let us know how you went with your perfect date. Alex Lane, which I'm there saying is Laney's, and Yahut Nad. Let us all know how you went and those ones. That pre-game show goes all right, guys. It's at 6:30 on Thursdays, so it goes well. I like it. It's a good lay-in, and it's better than watching ads and listening to crap on Foxtel, really. Dally M and leading try scorer this year. I'm going to go Thurston for Dally M and leading try scorer Rapana. They're my two. Comment on that one on the 22nd of March there. Comment below on those ones, guys. Let's see who gets up there. Kiri's had a good start. Corey Norman will have a good game, but he went missing last week. I think maybe because of injury. He might be playing injured, who knows. Go to Mosby. I'm not looking at him at all. So some people might be, but I'm not at all. That's just my opinion. Gazelle, you got to look at those waivers in the times in the drafts, mate. Yeah, they went off. They'll go off. I think it's midnight tonight. They go. So when 12 a.m. Wednesday, is that how it rolls? Or I don't know. I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Not that I need any waivers. Well, I think my team's going okay. I got egg on my face last week by saying Kiri wouldn't go again. He did. He only had one sort of mediocre week, but he went well again this week. So I don't know. I haven't got him. I've got 2 cheapies in there that I'm going to upgrade, but I don't know. It's a long season. I can't see Kiri doing that all season. There was some other couple of comments up here. Sorry, just want to see. I'm not sure there was 1,000 of them up here. I just can't find it. I was reading it earlier anyway. Oh yeah, here we go. So on last week's, after last week's episode, I just went through a couple of replies. Thanks, Mark. Loving the show. You are going well at the moment. So who knows? You could take out this season and be etched in history on Winfield Cup 9. So who knows? Men of Steel, Scott. You have got a long way to go. You and Cowpers, it's not looking good at the moment. There has to be a big turnaround. And also, thanks for putting those stats up there for that website, NRLSupercoachStats.com. I looked through it. It's pretty good, actually. Really good. And it is free. I've already got onto that. Thanks, Mick, for your lesson on pronunciation of Tulko. For Tulko Salamanca. I've rectified my accent, so that will be going all the time now. All right, mate. Captains, Robbo, you're right. Hadn't a fuck up. You are right. The captain's choice will be a big issue this year. Getting it right. You got to look for obviously consistency. I thought I had it with Mr. Consistency Smith, but the game was a weird one last week. It's a tough one. I mean, last week, was it Fluffy Nuffies? He had Dean Farray as his captain. That was a massive roll of the dice. Huge. I'm pretty sure it was Fluffy Nuffies anyway. That was a massive roll of the dice, and it paid off. He got 160 for it. Farray ended up getting about 80 points. I was well impressed with that little roll of the dice. It was fantastic. I wouldn't have gone. It was too much of a risk my end, but wow, good on you. That was a really good. I was really impressed with that. No, it was Sloppy Dogs. My fault. Sloppy Dogs did. My apologies to Sloppy Dogs, but it was a very good. It paid off, but not quite because I beat you. Okay, so. Yeah, that was a good idea. We might get some predictions in. I'll work on something during the week to get to have another segment next week, as well as Tulko's bold statement of the week. I don't see why not. A form guide. I can do a form guide. I'm going to get a guy who does a bit of booking down here with at the racetracks at Sandown and at a couple other places. I'm going to try and organise to see if he can look at the comp and the scores and see if he can lay down a bit of a blueprint of who he thinks might win it, just based on the scores and based on previous winners of the comp, and see what he says. But I'll try and get that on. It's not a bad idea. I'll see what I can do during the week. Ginger McCulloch, Robbo, it's the biggest drop foul this year. Yeah, whoever traded out Ginger McCulloch, you got to keep with him. You picked him for a reason, and it looks like Robbo picked him up. So make yourself known who that was. So he did really well with Ginger McCulloch. So keep commenting, guys, so I can go through them each week. Thanks for listening this week. That's it from me. Any other ideas, don't hesitate to comment below. Thanks, guys, and we'll talk to you next week.